All right, so we got this question. Why are divorcees so negative about marriage? This was a discussion
In Clubhouse.
on Clubhouse.
Oh, Jerry. Of course, it's on Clubhouse.
Yep. Why are divorcees so negative
And
about
who's
marriage?
asking?
Exactly
And why
right.
are they asking? Because,
Exactly
to
right.
be honest with you, I know a divorcee that I work with, and she's not negative. In fact, she wants to get married again. And
Yeah.
she's with someone.
I know way too many of them too. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so who's asking, and why are you asking this question? What happened to you? You know, one negative person does
Wait,
not
wait,
mean
wait,
that
wait.
the whole of divorces are negative.
You're saying they must have been hurt?
Yes.
To be saying this?
Clearly, it
Right.
comes from. I mean, I would like to know what they're talking about.
Right.
What are you talking about? You have to give me context.
I think where this question came from, knowing the kind of audience that knowing them well enough, because I've listened to them long enough.
Right.
I think where it came from is essentially men that are still trying to have their cake and eat it too. You know, we talked earlier about marriage being a dying institution. Unfortunately, just off of statistics, from a statistical standpoint. So instead of men to lean in and try to figure out what is going wrong, like where's the problem coming from, you know, starting with looking in the mirror and talking to the guy in the mirror, right? And women as well. If you're the woman asking this question, you should first of all look in the mirror.
Right.
Because how are you going to assess the situation properly, authentically, right? From a genuine place, if you're not looking in the mirror. If you feel like if your move is not looking in the mirror at all, then the only thing you're left to do is to point fingers. It must be her fault. It must
And
be
be
his
judgmental,
fault.
right.
You'll be judgmental, and we know that nothing good comes out of judgment, condemnation, guilt, right? Shaming, blaming. Nothing good comes out of that, regardless of how right you may think you are
Or only you are.
or holy you are.
Because I think a lot of people act from a holy stance. Like they feel like,
Right.
oh, me, it can never happen to me. Really?
Yeah.
In fact, the last time someone told me
Let the
something
devil
like
hear
that,
that.
it didn't take the devil a year before it started happening to her. I was like, wow, you
Yeah.
should really be careful the things you say, because you can really jinx yourself. to be
Let's
honest.
see here. So, Sheon says, well, as a divorcee, I can say, thank you for being vulnerable, Sheon, to share that. Well, as a divorcee, I can say there's an initial stage before healing. See? Right? So, before healing, that you can be negative about marriage because of your experience. Right?
Right.
I was at first, but I am healed now and look forward to settling down again. Absolutely. And you will, show. I know that. Yeah. So, you know, even me, again, I always say, let's not put ourselves on pedestal, right? That's why I don't, like, especially in Clubhouse, I don't share my story anymore. Remember when we first got on like a year ago? We would share stories.
Was it a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago. Yeah.
Wow.
We will share stories a little bit over a year ago. We will share stories about ourselves, and eventually we realize that those ones on there are mad.
Look, people have their minds made up. There's nothing you can tell them.
Right? And
Oh,
then we
but-
realize that, you know, this is not really our audience, because they're not there looking for answers to any specific problem. They just, a lot of them are there to troll, right? And those ones that are loud, a lot of majority of them, to be fair, are in the audience and they're listening. So
That's true.
we have to remember that, right? So we will share our story, and people will pick the particular part, right? Right? They will pick like the negative part that resonates with their own rhetorics or their own pain, and they will try to use that to shame you.
Yeah.
You know.
Fact.
So, you know, if I say when I start to talk, after I say 2 or 3 sentences, you will know that I am in a marriage that I am enjoying, right? But if let's say I'm spilling that, right? I'm saying that to people, right? That is still also a function of my experience.
Right.
It's not because I'm better than the next person,
Exactly.
right? So people will naturally speak from a place of their experience, which may include pain, pleasure, right? Experiences that are not necessarily, it's neither there nor there, right? Neither here nor there. It could be negative, but they will speak from that because what? They are humans, right?
Yeah, but still, they won't admit that it's coming from a place of pain.
They won't admit.
They will just
Right.
want to shame that other person.
Right. So now the key thing is to understand that if it's negative, that hey, there's a room for healing. Like Cheryl was saying, you have to go through healing because you know that if you keep projecting that negative into your future and everybody, you will essentially continue to attract that into your life. That's just the way it works, right? Now, for the people asking this, the men that want to have their cake and eat it, meaning they never ask question why people divorce. All they see is that, oh, women are just always speaking about negativity. Well, if you've never really done the homework to say, hey, why are they speaking from? Why are they speaking
going
negatively?
on? Yeah.
Inherently, people don't want to be negative. But inherently, they will speak from a place of experience, right? And there's multiple layers to it, you know, and it's going to come out, even if they don't mean it to come out that way.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's why healing and therapy
It's always recommended.
It's always recommended when you've gone through terrible. So a lot of these men also have gone through terrible situations. Maybe they are divorcees as well. But instead of saying, "Hey, I was responsible 50% at least for the divorce," they're saying 80% statistics says women initiate divorce. So what the hell are we talking about here? They're to be blamed for that, right?
So people
we should hold them
say,
accountable.
So people can say Megan Good. Sorry to go back on that.
That's
Megan
right.
Good belongs to the street,
Right?
But they're not calling out our ex-husband for filing for divorce.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? People just want to shame women for the most part.
Well, that's we know the statistics. 80% of divorces are initiated by women.
We know.
Okay.
But this one was initiated by a man. Okay, we're not gonna address that.
No, because that's the exception to the rule.
Oh my God,
Right?
I can't with these people. I would lose my shit if I have to be around people like this. This is why I don't go online. This is why I don't go to Clubhouse anymore. This is why I just, I'm zen all the time because I can't handle it. It's too much.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that right there.